Okay, here we are with another great class. Guys, I'm really hoping everybody that's inside this room today and everyone that's watching us, thank you for watching us, that we will become investors after this. That's not true. This is how I began. This is how I truly began in real estate. I began as an investor. Then I got the love for, helping others. And we're going to go over all that today, right now. But truly, where the real big money is at, it's in investment. The problem is that the majority of the people are so afraid of it because they're afraid of the unseen, what they don't know. And am I going to make a mistake? Well, you can't make a mistake, honestly. You're going to start watching this class here. And by the end of the time of this class, you cannot. It is truly impossible for you guys to make a mistake. The way that you guys can make a mistake is not watching this class, not being a part of this class, and not knowing or understanding the mechanics of this class, okay? So I, as an investor, my entire career, I'm still an investor, and I will continue being investments. So we were just talking about Dominican Republic. That's another phenomenal place to go invest. So we could talk about that, whenever you guys want to discuss it. There's grand opportunities still here in our MLS, in South Florida. You just have to recognize, you have to see it. And sometimes it'll be right in front of you and you just don't even know it, man. So hopefully after this class, you'll know how to recognize the proper and right investments. So where do we begin? Well, there are three important parts to becoming an investor. Or three important parts to our real estate having our real estate license. So this license helps us, help other people. It's called service. When you are helping someone buy, sell, rent, or lease, or even management for that fact. Now, you're gonna say, well, how is that related to becoming an investor? You have no idea. By having so many clients, whether it's a rental, whether it's a lease, whether it's a buy or a sell, you guys are able to buy properties. You're entitled to it. You're able to buy properties, and once you own it, and it's a property in the right location, it's just the right property all in general, correct? You're gonna turn around and flip it and make a lot of money on it. I had the privilege this weekend to see some friends of mine. He became an investor with me about, 7 or 8 years ago, or maybe 9, I don't know, something like that. He owns a very big AC company, and his wife came to see me because one of my ACs went bad at the house. But she actually came with her husband to see me over there and sending a tech. And all we talked about wasn't an AC. We were talking about investments. And I asked them, I remember they bought the home for about $350,000. And I asked them, so guys, what do you really think your home's worth nowadays? And they go, well, it's a really nice piece of property, about $1.5 million. Okay, here is what they don't know. But trust me, they're friends of mine, and I'm gonna assist them, and I'm gonna help them sell the property. Why? Because they're very good friends of mine. The lack of knowledge is your biggest enemy. It's your biggest enemy. So they're not in the real estate business like you are. You guys have all the tools. You guys have all the technology. You guys have everything it takes to make it into the investment world, correct? They don't. So from $350,000 investment, what was their purchase? And I think they invested about another $400,000 into it. So they got about $750,000 into the property. And they're still making a profit at 1.5. That's not a bad return on your money. But their home's worth about $4.5 million. How do they not know that? And how do I know it? Why? Because this is what I do for a living. I need to know everything that's happening in Dade County. I need to know in Broward County, Palm Beach County, St. Lucie County, Lee County, in the center of the bottom of Lake Okeechobee, even at the top of north of Lake Okeechobee, Okeechobee City, Clewiston, Belle Glade, all the way up to Lehigh Acres, Naples, Cape Coral, Tampa. Guys, Lake City, ask me. I guarantee you I know about this. Why? Because this is what I like to do. I like to make money. That's why I got involved in being a realtor. Why? Because there are three things here. One, we help other individuals buy and sell their homes. Two, we are investors. We can become investors if you want to. You have to get out of that, that comfort zone, and you have to say, I know I could do it. I'm a very smart individual. I have the knowledge. I've got the license. I've got the tools. Now you need what? A little bit of guidance, someone to point you in the right direction. So I want to ask you guys a question before we even start the class. I don't want you guys to answer, the ones that have seen my class before, but how much money does it really take to become an investor right now? You guys are all going to walk out of here investors today. And some of you will have no money. Some will have $20,000. Some will have $120 or a couple $100,000 to work with, right? Truly, how much money do you need to become an investor? What do you guys think? Zero. Absolutely zero. That's exactly right. All that you need is the desire, the want to change your life. And this license that we hold will change your life. Only if you want it to. But if you don't want it to, then, I'm not going to tell you guys it's easy. Because sometimes we're going to have to go and maybe see 30, 40 homes. But I only need one or two. One or two is going to leave you a very nice profit. Anywhere from $75,000 net. When I mean net, I mean after cost, repairs, and closing costs, because there are closing costs involved, correct? So you need to know what your net profit is. And I'm going to teach you guys how you're going to know that, and how you're going to be able to do that math. So you guys have to see all this. But again, if you make anywhere from $75,000 to $150,000, that's not a bad return on a 30 or 40 day time period where you're making a couple, $200,000, $300,000 there. Service is what? Service is to pay your bills and then have some money left over, because we make good money. So have some money left over to go where? Into your checking account, savings account. I don't know, buy whatever you guys want to buy, right? Or put it back into the investment world. So service is big. Service pays my bills. Investments gives me the life that I deserve, that you guys deserve, that your families deserve. But the problem is, you know how many people are afraid to do this? A lot. Because you're going to go, I'm going to make a mistake. No, you're not. You're not going to make a mistake. Okay? So number 3 here, what do I enjoy mostly about having a real estate license? Controlling my own schedule. I want to come in. I want to leave. I want to do what I want to do. I don't want to be told, okay, Ismael, you have to be here. No, I don't. And that is such, I don't know, that was a big one. Especially when you've got, a very nice career. You want to be able to control and go wherever you want. So I'm telling you, this class is a very important class, especially for those 3 factors. Especially for those 3 factors. Now, what would be the most important tool of becoming an investor? So it's not just an investor, guys. It's this one up here too. Helping somebody sell or buy a home. Okay. But what would be the most important tool? This is it. Please buy as many books as you want. I had dinner. I was in Sunny Isles with really good friends of mine. They're realtors from our office, and they're husband and wife. And he's bought about 7, 8 books. I don't know. He's read them all. And I sat down with them and I go, "Can you please bring your books with you?" Because I really wanted to throw it in the garbage, as soon as we were done with dinner. So he did bring the books. And I go, "Okay, did you sure you read them all, or are you lying to me? Tell me the truth, because you're only lying to yourself. Did you read them all?" He goes, "I thoroughly read them all. I thoroughly read them all." So I started asking him questions. How many answers do you think he was able to give me at all the questions that I answered him? 0. I mean that. And I'm not exaggerating the story, because I don't love exaggerating. I hate lies. You know why? Because those books are not hands-on. Those books is some freaking individual that read a little bit about Google, read a little bit about other textbooks, and decided to write a book and make money on the book. Okay? Well, here we're not. We have so many investors in this office and others that are not in this office but have worked with us, and they have made so many millions of dollars on a salary employee job. It's impossible, but truly not. If you have the right realtor who's going to assist you and help you, you'll help them make a lot of money as well too as investors. And I can't tell you how many lawyers, how many dentists, how many law enforcement officers. I can go on of people that have careers, okay, other jobs that they love, veterinarians, and you know what? They only sell 3-4 homes a year. That's not bad if they make $100,000, $150,000, you know, on a home, multiplied by what, 4 or 5 times? That's $500,000-$600,000. I bet you that it makes more than. Oh, and it's easier work too, because they got to put a gazillion, thousands of hours, and in investment world you don't. So, but this is the key factor right here, guys. You guys have to know what's called your farming area. If you don't know your farming area, just get up now and leave. Leave because you're wasting your time. But knowing your farming area, knowing your market area, takes time. I haven't seen, at least nothing's come to me easily where, you know, it's come to me and knocked on my door. I go, Ishmael, look what I've got for you. A beautiful suitcase full of money, you know, or I've had to work for it. I've had to work for it. But it's not hard work. We're well dressed. We're you know, very intelligent in what we're doing. We're making wise decisions. Everything that we're doing is, you know, the right way. Farming. This is something you guys have to do on a daily basis. I've got realtors that, guys, you only control your own schedule, right? You might have, what, 9, 10, 20 realtors, clients at one given time. Well, I control 1,400 realtors, 11 office and 3 office overseas. And I still make time for this. Why? Because it's important to me. So for someone to come and tell me, I don't have time to go look at the computer in the morning, I don't have time for the afternoon or in the evening, like after dinner or something like that, when, you know, the entire family's settled down, or if you don't have a family, when you're settled down, right? When you're settled down, I'm going to sit there and I am going to know my farming area. And how do you do that? Well, it's really simple here in Palm Beach County. Now, in Dade, it's completely different. I've done this class in Dade. In Dade, you've got to travel an hour and a half. That's nothing. I've gotten into the car and I've driven 5-6 hours up north. I've gone up to Gainesville, I've gone to Lake City, I've gone west of Lake City. If I think that there's a good deal right now in Cape Coral, as soon as this class is over and I answer a couple questions with you guys, guess where I'm going? Call me, see where I'm at tomorrow, see where I'm at this evening. Cape Coral. I'm not going to pass on $200,000 because, you know, and I get calls from realtors all the time. I go, so where are you at? I go, oh, we're in our corporate office. It's in West Palm. They go, it's so far away, 30 minutes away from Delray or Boca or Boynton Beach. Are you kidding me? 30 minutes is nothing. We can't be lazy, because if we are lazy, guess what you're going to get? Exactly what you put into it. What you put into it is exactly what you're going to get back. Very little to none. So here, I recommend that you guys do this. I have friends of mine that do this 3 times a day, because people are posting properties all the time, and you need to see it and you need to be quick about it. You need to be quick about it. So they will post in the mornings. So if I get up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm checking. Okay, I'm having my cup of coffee, I'm checking. Then I'm checking around lunchtime, right after lunch, 2, 3 o'clock. Then I'm checking on the evening, because you guys know that there are realtors that are posting when? On the evenings. So you need to know your farming area. So here, we can travel all 4 corners of Palm Beach County within what? 30 minutes. Tell me I can't go to Boca in 30 minutes. Are you kidding me? I'll be in Pompano. If the traffic is good, I'll be in Fort Lauderdale in 30 minutes. I will be in Jupiter in 25, 30 minutes. I will be in Belle Glade, that's going west, in 30 minutes. Now, would you guys think that Belle Glade is not a good place to invest? If, let's say you didn't have a lot of money, right? Would you think that Cluston, Belle Glade, Pahokee, Montura Ranch, would you think it would not be a good place because it's the country town? You guys are so wrong if whoever's thinking that, right? It is full of the agricultural center, the cattle center over there. There are so many people with money over there, and there are so many individuals. There are so many individuals over there that have great W-2 jobs. Those sugar mills, the agricultural business, pays very good money. And what I love about those guys is they save their money. They're not like us here in Palm Beach County where we go to, malls to, we spend our money. We're getting it and we're already well, some of us are, okay? I don't know, some of you guys here. That's what I've heard. I don't know if you guys go to the malls or not, But we're buying fancy cars, we're buying fancy handbags, jewelry, clothing. So here, us making money is a little bit more dangerous, but I kind of like it here. Over there, they're saving. I've been to their houses, and they've had their checks there, man, sitting on top of the table, and I go, that check expires, right? Within 90 days. Go cash. They go, I don't have the time for it. I go, oh my God. I go, Senora, the wife, can you go cash this for your husband? They have got, but here's the thing. This is life, and we're not going to change it. There will be divorces. You know that. There'll be lack of jobs. There will be separations. There will be accidents, death. So these things happen whether it's a country town or whether it's a large city, correct? You need to be there to be able to buy it. So we're going to talk about the courthouse today, and that's not one of my favorite places for you guys to go. Unless you guys really know what you're doing there, I don't recommend it, ever. Why? Because it's too dangerous. We're going to go over that in a little bit. But I'm going to show you guys to where to go that you're going to find very safe investments to buy. But the problem is, don't even go there unless you know your farming area. So what do? When I see properties that come up, I get in the car. Now tomorrow I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be traveling to Dade County again. And I'm just going there to go see a condo on the ocean. Actually, 2 of them. Okay. But how do you learn? I could stay here. I could go to lunch here, be at the office, hanging out. How cool, talking with you guys. But is that really going to make me money? No, I'm going to get in the car. I'm going to go meet a friend of mine over there, and we're going to go in there, and we're going to go see these very beautiful condos. And I'll learn. So when I see one below market value, what do you think Ishmael's going to do? I'm going to buy it. Guys, in your MLS, okay? I have bought so many homes, whether they're residential and commercial, and I paid full top dollar for it. Full price. So other investors will look at me and they'll go, God, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's nuts. He just paid full price for the home. Guess what I've done to that home? Gone back, just refurbished the home, made it gorgeously, turnkey, and I've sold that home within a week, within 3 days. Full price, same house, same square footage, same location, everything. It's just a matter of recognizing the home and knowing its potential, and knowing your market. So you do have to know this, right? Look at this. Your service, you have the buyers. So if you don't work with buyers, you don't know what the demand is and what they're looking for. It's all related. It's all truly, truly related. So I will go see these properties. I'll go see them inside, and I will learn my market area. And here's the thing. The first couple of weeks is going to be the toughest for you because you're going to have to start remembering all these properties. But when you're doing this for about 2 weeks, and now these other new properties come up, you're going to go, oh, I already saw that one. I already know it. So you are going to be on top of your game. You're going to be, it'll take 2 weeks of hard work. But then, as new properties come up, go, I know the square footage. I saw the photos. It's not updated. It is updated. And you'll know your market. I hope that makes sense. And if you guys have any questions, please there are no silly questions in real estate. Because when you ask a question, right, someone else is going to really appreciate that question that you asked. And you'll learn something. Because if you don't come in here and with some type of knowledge and some type of, of knowing what you're doing, we're wasting our time. Well, you guys are wasting your time because I'm not. I'm an investor. I'm going to die an investor because I've got goals, and I hope that I know all you guys do too. But this here, you have to look at these properties every single day. And again, it's only going to be 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I will promise you, I'll give you my word, you'll call me up and go, Ishmael, you're absolutely right. Now these two new listings came up. I already know if they're high, if they're low. You already know. But this is the key factor to becoming an investor. What is it called? You got to have the expertise of your farming area. Now, start with something locally. Start with something maybe in your neighborhood or the surrounding neighborhoods. Because you'll have your neighborhood down packed like this. So now I'm going to go to the neighborhoods next door. So within a couple of weeks, I know the entire neighborhood. But then, if you're like someone like me that always likes to go the extra mile, I don't settle for just accomplishing something. If I already accomplished something, guess what I want to do? Accomplish something else. Set another goal. So if I've already got within the first 2 weeks, not just my neighborhood, but the neighborhood surrounding, I am going to expand, correct? I am going to expand my farming area. And before you know, you keep expanding it, and you'll be in Brickell Avenue, and you'll look at a property and go, that's the deal. That is a phenomenal deal. You will be in Key Biscayne. You'll be in South Beach. You will be in Sunny Isles, Hollandale. You'll be in Pompano, Deerfield. You'll be here in Palm Beach County. You'll be out in Belle Glade. Guys, you don't understand. Sales are phenomenal in Belle Glade. And they are the easiest buyers. Why? Because they have great jobs. They got great jobs. They don't spend their money, so they're, do you know what I mean? Their credit scores are like 800s, 700s. Oh my God, that's perfect. When I see 800 scores, that's like, I'm so excited. And then when I hear that you've been on your job 20 freaking years, oh my God, I'm more excited. 12 years, and you're a W-2 employee, and how much money do you have saved up? 10, 12,000, and guess what? I don't even need $10, $12,000. We did a class here on 100% financing. I'll show you guys the ad if you want. I just put a property of mine that's not doing too well. So I put an ad out. Buy the house with $800,000. I'm sorry, with $800. $800? Yeah. I'll sell it to you if you want. You will buy your first investments with only $800. No, in fact, I'll help you out. $500. It's a government loan. It's an FHA loan. I did that class. You don't know every time I put that ad out how many homes I sell them like this. Because now I'm not selling a house. Guess what I'm selling? I usually say dream, but it's not a dream. It is a dream. Everybody's dream is to own their own homes, correct? How many people work really hard and they can't save first, last, and security? And I've even seen where, like, a realtor called me up yesterday and she goes, oh no, my landlord wants double security. I go, oh my God, you really don't want to rent it out, do you? So a pet deposit of $500, first, last, and security. And you know that any rent nowadays is what? $2,800, $2,900? That's a cheap rent. Okay, so if you ask for double security, that's almost like $12,000. I will sell you a house for $12,000. So we need to know our product knowledge. So here, this guy's step number one, okay? Knowing your market area, but you have to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of your car. You got to go see these properties. You got to see them, at least in the beginning you do. Then once you've seen it, then you're comfortable. All right? Now, how do I become an investor? I have no credit. Ishmael, I've got absolutely no credit. Oh, I have no cash. Oh, I'm not a W-2 employee. I'm a 1099. So nobody wants to give you nobody wants to give you a loan, right? Because you're what? You're not a W-2. The ideal buyer is what? W-2. Like I told you, full of Belle Glade. I bought 3 properties in Belle Glade and sold them within just a couple of weeks. Amazing. What if you have no money? It's not going to stop you. What if you don't have a job? Because the majority of these investors that I've got, they don't have jobs. Guess what their job is? Their properties they're flipping and they're renting. That's their job. They're working for themselves. So honestly, they really don't have a job. A job is, you know, being a realtor. A job is something else like that. So what if you have no idea, like maybe some of you guys in here today, right? You have no idea. I go, man, I have zero idea. So where do I start? You know, this is a really good realtor friend of ours here. Who do I contact? What do I do? You know, and you know, how do I find the homes? Well, those questions are all going to be answered for you today. They're all going to be answered for you today. A realtor's dream. I guess I'm talking for myself here, okay? What is my dream? Well, my dream is buying and selling homes, flipping. I love the return I get on it. I really do. And I really think that my license was worthwhile getting that license. Then there are other individuals who I admire very much, gentlemen and ladies, that I've said to one of our ladies here the other day. She comes in, I go, you know, I really admire you. I swear to you, you are so strong. I go, you're an amazing lady, because I can't do what you do. I'm not good at collecting rent. I'm terrible. I tried it. I used to have a lot of rental properties. It's just not my personality, you know. Coming to your house, good morning, good afternoon. Do you have my rent? No, I don't. Okay. I'll see you. When do you want me to come back? I don't know. I'll call you. Okay? Go. You got my number, okay? I'm going to leave. What am I going to do? Sit with them and go, I really want my rent. And he goes, I don't have it. I go, okay, I'll see you later. I'm not a good landlord. I have all my properties and buildings and everything that I've had. I fix them up because I think that I'm going to get a bigger return, a much larger return on it when it's perfect. Tenants don't think that way. Tenants will come in there, and since the property is not theirs, not all of them, but I tell you that I just not had good luck with them. And they will destroy your property. So when you come in there and you look in there, and that beautiful kitchen is like, oh my God, you know, the floor scratched up by your dog. Oh my God, that destroys me. And then you don't have the rent. And then you destroy my yard. I don't know. I'm not good at it. I'm not telling you guys not to do it, because this long-term and short-term rentals, property values in South Florida will only increase. I was with the realtor yesterday, and a gentleman asked this realtor, so what do you think, the property value is going to go down? She goes, absolutely not. We're in South Florida. Property values will not go down. They're going to go up. They're going to go up. We had a little decrease in the market, but we're selling and closing deals left and right. Now you have more buyers that can afford these homes. Even though the interest rates have gone up, but the property values have gone down between $30,000, $50,000, $60,000, all the way up to $100,000. Guess what? Your mortgage payment is less. Because on a 30-year mortgage, even though the rates are a little bit higher, 5.5%, almost 6% interest rate, but you're financing $40,000, $50,000 less, do the math. Do the math, payment's less. And now more people can buy these homes, more affordable. You don't have to make $80,000, $90,000 anymore, because the property values have gone down. Now you can help other people that are making $45,000, $50,000, $46,000 a year. So guess what? You have more sales, more opportunities. So, you know, other people go, oh my God, the recession. Well, we're really not. We're sort of in a recession, but we're not quite in a recession. And real estate's doing very well. It's not doing well for other office because they see it differently to what I do. You know, when someone sits in front of you and they go, oh my God, the interest rates are high. Yeah, but the property values are lower. Your payment's going to be a heck of a lot less. You have to educate them on that, you know. So for short terms and long term rentals, I encourage it, because property values will only go up. And you're getting a good rate of return on your money every single month. So instead of having your money in a CD, mutual fund, in a bond at the bank, what are you getting there? 0.02%, what? At the end of the year, what are you getting here? You're getting a nice rate of return on your money, and your property value is going up and increasing. And you also have expenses too. By doing short-term rentals, you can write off these properties. You can write off the expenses. You can write off so much stuff. So now you've got great benefits there. Because if you're making a lot of money, what do you need? Tax deductions, correct? Tax write-offs. You need them. So where do you find them? There's two ways, guys, of finding them. One is having a lot of babies, okay? Maybe we'll talk about that one there. So whoever's in, you know, have a lot of babies. Write these babies off. But these babies, as they get older, you can't take them anymore to like these smaller dollar store, 5 and below. Are you kidding me? You can just take them over there. At least my kids, when I used to take them at 5 and below, you know, it was amazing. You know, buy the whole freaking store, and they go, Mr. Alvarez, it's only $130. Not a problem. Guess as they get older, you can't take them to Five and Below. You got to take them to Neiman Marcus. You got to take them to the Mercedes dealers. You got to take them to, right?
Helicopter.
What?
Helicopter.
Yeah, no, things change. So I don't recommend having a lot of babies. At least I don't recommend that. What do I recommend? Having a lot of houses. Yeah, they're going up in value. They're going up in value. They're giving me a return back. You know, bad joke, right? But it's true though. No, it's actually true. Find, I don't know. Are we looking for tax shelters? Where are you going to find them? You've got two choices. Go with your partners, honey. I just talked to the broker today, and he's phenomenal idea. We're going to have, how many kids we got? 5? We need 5 more. You know, no. How about you've got 5 homes, buy 5 more homes. You've got 5, buy 17. We've got a lady here bought her 17th home the other day. We've got individuals here that have 30, 40 homes. We've got realtors in our office, both ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And they're a team. They're a team working together. They got 350 homes. Yeah, they are amazing. They are amazing. And I've got other friends of mine, 150 homes. When we do, you guys know that I think George, the cruise that we're doing to the Bahamas, completely booked, right? Full. We are going to be talking about investments in that cruise. We're talking about foreign nationals. And we're going to have foreign national attorneys there, accountants in there. We're going to have great financing in there. But we're also going to be talking about investments as well, too, because that's what they're looking for. So that's, I'm sure we could still get other people on the cruise if they really wanted to, you know. We can get them to, so it's coming up, I'm not sure, but I think it's online. We've got it everywhere online. But that is a nice class to go to because I am going to have some guest speakers there. And I am also going to have some friends of mine that ended buying homes one property at a time with me, one. And I remember, you know, they were so nervous buying their first home. Well, these guys own now probably 150. Others of them own over 300 homes. Tell me they're not bad off. They're very well off, okay, very well off. But one thing I enjoyed the most of them, and these are 2 brothers that I'm gonna bring them in, not to a class like this, but I am gonna bring them to the cruise, okay? They came to me and they said, Ismael, you know, we've heard that you're really good in investments, and they said, we're gonna do one of 2 things. We are either going to be successful, or we're gonna go bankrupt, one of the 2. I go, guys, you're too intelligent to go bankrupt. You know what you're doing, you're smart. You just need a little bit of guidance, a little bit of education, and you're gonna take off. Well, these guys own over 350 homes, all right? They're doing very well. You have no idea how well they're doing. But they bought their first home here in Lake Clark Shores with me. And since then, we've been together. There's another way of investing. So this is, again, by going back here, going back right here. Number 1, service. Because you're going to meet so many people, like I have met them, okay? And these individuals, they don't want to flip a house. They don't want to rent a house. You know what they're going to tell you? Ishmael, we've got X amount of money, and we want to finance these properties. These are hard equity loans. These are private loans. And their rate of return that they're getting from the money that's sitting in their bank, forget it. Forget it. They're going to quadruple, 10 times what they have. So here's another way of making money. When you know someone that's got money and you can educate them on how much return they're going to get on their money. So that's another way of investing. A lot of people didn't know that, did you? So I don't have to flip homes. I don't have to rent homes. What am I going to do? I'm going to finance them. So a lot of these friends of mine, they will finance a house for 2 years. They'll finance for 5 years, 15 years. They'll even do a 30-year amortization loan with a 10-year balloon. They want that your loan, okay, they want your loan for you to have a nice comfortable payment, but they're going to put a balloon on it. whether it's 10 years, whether it's 5 years or 15 years. So number 3, guys, phenomenal. Phenomenal number 3. All right. Because when they finance homes, 30-year mortgages, when you buy a property for $100,000, how much you really think that you're going to pay back in interest? Do the math. It's there. It's a lot. So number 3, why not help? Why not help some friends of yours? A lot of us do have friends that have a lot of money, but they don't want to get into the flipping. They don't want to get into the renting, collecting the rent, or sending me to collect the rent. I'm the worst guy to collect the rent in the world. Okay? But why not that one? Number 3, let's take your money. Let's invest it. And let's do these long-term loans or short-term loans. They are phenomenal. So you guys now know that your farming area is extremely, extremely important. And that's where you're going to begin. Okay? But service, again, will bring you right into investments. So farming is super, super. So what are your 4 steps to begin with? Guidance, knowledge, tools, and motivation. I think motivation is the biggest one, because we've got everything else. Listen, we've got the guidance. I'm here. I'm here. And we have a lot of other friends. The problem is that sometimes when they're so busy, they're making so much money, they kind of don't want to share. They don't want to share what they're doing with you because they are afraid that you're going to buy the house that they want to buy. See, I totally look at things totally different. You guys know how big Palm Beach County is? You have no idea. Do you know how big Dade County is, Broward County, St. Lucie County? I can go on and on with counties. So there is always going to be an investment there. I don't work with fear, I work with confidence. I know that, I can buy X amount of homes, but there are still going to be X amount more available. But when you go to talk to these individuals, they're probably going to want to share their success stories with you. Why? Because they're afraid. They go, she's going to buy the house I want. I'm not going to let her know it. So how, they'll tell you, how are you doing in the investment world? Decent. You already know they're doing well because rumor gets around. All right, rumor gets around. She's killing it. She's doing phenomenal. But again, out of these 4, the guidance is important. The knowledge, super important. The tools, you've got them. They're sitting right in your front, right here, right here. And nowadays, here's the best. Oh, I didn't bring my cell phone. But nowadays, you don't even need a freaking computer. I can do everything from a cell phone. But I like the computer better because I can see it, and read it better, the fine prints and things like that. But number 4, that's the one I kind of can't really help you guys with. That one is going to be on you. Okay? So, well, who can I contact to get started? Right? That's probably one of your biggest questions. At least we're talking about partnership realties. So whoever's watching this class, okay, guys, it's partnership realty, realtors only. It's for partnership realty, realtors only. All right. Who are you going to contact? Do you guys have any idea, or maybe you saw this when I was playing with it before? Me. Come see me. I already told you I'm not afraid to share good deals. I'm going to tell you, okay, I'm going to buy this one and this one, but that one's available. But don't wait on it, move on it. I mean, some of the biggest success stories that I've had in my life, I was asked by a realtor, I think it was even yesterday, and I've been asked this question before. What motivates you, man? What really motivates you is hearing your success story. That you come to me and go, Ismael, I paid my house off. Nice. I bought a brand new home. I bought a brand new car. I've done all these things. But this to me is a success story. So I'm not afraid to share what I know with you guys. I'm not going to charge you a book or anything like that. But the problem here is you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to come see me. I have no issues sitting with you. All right? So where do I go, to gather the information? Where do I go? Any idea, guys, on that one? Again, come see me. I'm going to show you exactly where to go. The most safest places, because when you're working with somebody else's money, which we're going to show you in a couple minutes, right? One of the things that would hurt me the most is that we take a loss and you put the money in. I've got the experience, I've got the knowledge, but you put the money in. Oh my God, I would feel so horrible if I knew that you lost $20,000, $30,000, $70,000 with me. There goes my real estate career, right? He's going to talk about me horribly. So that I cannot make a mistake, especially when I'm working with someone else's money. That one's unacceptable in my book. Okay? So the tools, guys, where are your tools? They're right here. Now let's go over them for a second. Your MLS. You guys think that your MLS is not your tool? Oh, there are no, I hear this all the time. I swear to you. I hear this on a weekly basis. There are no properties available there. From the beginning of this, I told you guys that I have bought so many homes and I paid full price for it. Why? Because I know a good deal when I see it. And some of these homes have been on the market for 100 days, 80 days. I remember one, 125 days. You know, I looked at it and I go, you know what? I've got all these properties. Let me buy this other one. And I know what I'm going to do to it. So by just remodeling the home, making it turnkey, just making it curb appeal, beautiful. Someone came in and they go, I'll take it. Because the home was so outdated, it was so ugly. And not everybody, you guys know this, not everyone has $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 lying around to renovate a home. But they can afford to buy it. They can afford to buy it, right? So guess what? I'm going to remodel this home. I'm going to give them the pool beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. And guess what's going to happen? When they come in, they're going to love the kitchen. They're going to love the bathroom, the flooring, the brand new AC, the brand new roof. And I paid full price for the house. And I sold it and made a profit on it. So yeah, you guys are, I'm telling you, your deals are in your MLS. Family members. I'm going to go to family members. And I'm going to, share with them the experience of this office, the knowledge and the support that you guys have here, and tell them you're going to have to trust in me. And here's the best part about it. You do not have to ask them to put in a lot of money. So you don't need to ask them, hey, we really need a couple $100,000, $100,000, $80,000, $20,000. Family member, do you have $800? Because I have it. But see, I'm a realtor. I can't get a job. But you work at Publix, don't you? Right. Do you own a home? You don't. Excellent. Do you want to start our investment career? There you go. There you go. You know you guys can borrow $800 from anybody. If you don't have it, take it out of a credit card. Or go get a credit card. You know? I don't know. You guys, you can't be afraid of you. You can't be afraid of you. Friends, friends of other friends. I've gone to so many events and people have come to me and they've actually, one of the most interesting things that they want to talk about is definitely investments. So there, I just made a new relationship with somebody and next thing you know, I'm actually working with that individual. Lenders, you must know these lenders. You have to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You've got to know which are the right lenders that is going to give you the right financing for what you're looking for. Short-term loans, no prepayment penalties, because I've bought homes that I've sold them within days. So I don't want to prepay. But sometimes they do have a prepayment penalty. Because see, lenders don't want to lend you money and then you pay them back within 30 days. What money? They made no rate of return on that. They made no profit, right? But I don't mind, giving you the lender, say $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 as a prepayment penalty. If I'm making $80,000 and when I go to sell the home, I owe you $5,000 as a prepay, I love you. I'm going to take you out to dinner. I'm going to tell you how fantastic you are. Because why? I need another loan from you. So I didn't make $80,000. I made what? $75,000. That's still not a bad deal off of what? Your money. It's called leverage. That's called leverage all the way. Using somebody else's money. And we're going to go over all that today. How many people have money in mutual funds and CDs? Oh my God, savings. Pobrecitos. I really do. Pobrecitos, you know. I don't know. I guess if I would want to retire, I want a little bigger nest egg. Not what you can save up in your savings account, $20,000, $30,000. Why don't we put $300,000, $400,000 in there? Or $500,000, or even $1 million. So you need to explain these things to them. Listen, you're going to retire one day. You're going to what? Social Security, SSI, you know, Medicaid, $30,000. What? No, that's not me. We have a real estate license. And this real estate license is for the rest of what? Our life. Until God gives us health. Until God gives us health. So I'm going to be working and I'm going to be flipping homes. I kind of enjoy it. And I think the people around me enjoy it too. So, number 4. I guess that's the toughest one in this audience that I've got today. To me it is. That's the toughest one. Motivation. I can't give you that. I'm hoping I'm giving it to you. I'm hoping that I'm really giving you guys a shot of B12. And when you're going to go out of here, you're going to go do farming. You're going to go talk to lenders. You're going to get everything that you're going to do. And, you know, and I'm telling you, a lot of you guys here do know a lot of our investors that came here with zero. They own no house. They had no money. But these ladies, oh, most of them are ladies, by the way. Oh, by the way, these ladies don't pick up a hammer. They don't get a screwdriver. They go, oh, let's go mow the lawn. No, they know their farming area, so they see the value in it. And some of these homes, you know what you have to do? Just go in there and broom it out. And then call up a landscaping company. That's no hard work. Hey, good morning. Can you mow the lawn? Trim it down really low. Trim the trees. That's a phone call. And you're walking away with, you know, oh my God, $250,000. We've got these stories here, but the motivation has to be in you to do it. It has to, but this motivation is not even going to work unless you know what? Step number 1, which I showed you towards the beginning, your farming area. It's not going to work. I'm telling you guys up front. It won't work. So starting out, you know, with no working capital or very small capital. I have a friend of mine that I sat with him on Monday, and he is not as brave as some of us are. He only works with condos. But this guy buys 30, 40 condos at one given time. Oh, by the way, he started with one condo. And he's just looking at these condos, looking at these condos. And every time, do you guys know that how many people, and also he buys 55 and older condos. And you go, 55 and older, who's going to want to buy that? Guess what? 1,001,000 freaking people. Obviously, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean by that. A lot of people. They want their parents not to be renting. They don't want them to be in a house, so they're going to buy a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, or a 2-2, okay? And some of these condos, the children aren't even in Florida. They don't even know the values here. But you have to buy these. So I had a deal. This week that we just settled on it. I want you to know that this can happen. If it happens, well, you know, this is not going to stop you. Just you know, you're just going to know that you really did a good deal. All right. So what happens with these condos, these really inexpensive condos, they're going from anywhere from $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. That's not a big investment, right? Every condominium's got what's called first right of refusal. So one of our realtors that put a condo on the contract, and he goes, I've got one. I go, oh man, high five. You've got it, great. But when they sent the paperwork into the association, the condo association looks at it and go, we want it. Why? Because it was so cheap. Now they have to, yeah, I'll get you there. They have to pay you your commission. Okay, you're going to get your commission, you're just not going to get the condo. You're not going to get the condo. But that shouldn't stop you. That should inspire you that you found a deal. So he wasn't able to close on it. He wasn't able to close on it, but he did get his commission. He did get his commission. They're mailing us the commission now. So it's called first right of refusal. Every condominium's got that. So if you lose it, don't let that set you back. Let that inspire you that, hey, I found a good deal. Let's find another one. Okay? It's called first right of refusal.
A couple years ago, I tried to do some investments with over 55.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time because everybody told me that that's a headache for the kids. Because the kids come from another town and they just give it. So, and usually the HOA is more expensive than any other places for the
I totally
these
disagree with
associations.
that. I am so sorry. I totally disagree with that. This, everybody that told you that wasn't who? You want me to show you? Look, this is the person you should have talked to. Look at the screen there. Me. Those are the best freaking deals. They're the best ones. Because these children of theirs are in other countries and they're in other states that don't care. They just want it sold. And you're going to benefit from that. And if you don't benefit from that, don't buy it. Someone else is going to buy it. I will buy it. My buddy will buy it. But you know very well that that condo will sell. And let me explain something. I have other friends of mine that he only deals with these very high equity memberships, these golf course memberships, $195,000 per year just to live there. That's not including the HOA. That's not including the price of the home. That's just, guys, whenever you want, I'll take you to lunch there. Let's go. Or listen, you guys go look at some properties there, right? And then stop at the country club and have lunch there. I will assure you that you will not see this. People like moaning, oh my God, this is so expensive. You're gonna see people happy, enjoying their life. They're playing tennis. They're playing, you know, the ladies are at the nail salons because they have nail salons there. They've got spas. You will see nothing but happiness. Not everybody is broke. And they want to live in those communities. And they're high-end communities. But a lot of them, a lot of people are afraid to buy in those communities, to where I've got two friends of mine that are not afraid to buy in there. They buy these homes that are below market value. What do? They make them turnkey. So when the person comes from overseas, you know, the person comes from overseas, they come in there and they go, perfect, I want the home. And some of them are paying $35,000, $65,000 per year. Equity membership we're talking about. Equity, that means that, you know that I don't care if you play golf or not, you're paying $195,000 a year or $65,000. There's great deals in that. Corporations, let me help you with this one. Corporations make a lot of money. I told you guys, we make money, right? So what are we gonna do? One of two things. To have tax shelters, correct? Tax shelter, what's a tax shelter again? I told you one of two things. Children, all right? Or houses. All right, so let's talk about corporations that are making a lot of money. They need these homes. So now they send, you know, their CEOs, they send their COOs, they send their top chief administrators, they send other individuals that come from other countries that they're going to do business with them, and it is a tax write-off for them. Do you think they're suffering? Not one bit. The home is perfect for them because they invite them into this great country club, and some of these country clubs have beach clubs. So, I mean, they're ideal. So, yes, investments are every single place, So, I apologize, Matika, that they gave you that bad information. Yeah. You should have spoke to me. Yeah. Well, you're no longer with our office, right? Yeah. You're here now, so you know. So, who do you really want to work with? Wage earners. They're the best ones. This is why I'm telling you, service is so phenomenal. Wage earners. Wage earners are people that are salary employees. That every time that they take money out of their checks, whether it's weekly or biweekly, they take out Medicaid, Social Security, FICA, things like that. Those are like some of my best candidates. No, those are our best candidates. So those you can sell properties of your own investments with no money out of pocket. So here, I'm going to give you guys 2 buyers for you. You bought this one little ugly house because it was built in 1948, you know, and it's just an ugly house. All right. So I'm going to bring you guys 2 buyers. I'm going to bring you this one buyer, perfect buyer, 750 scores, got $50,000, $60,000, $80,000 to put down, right? They've been on the job for 8, 9, 10 years. That's a pretty prime candidate, right? When you say that's the #1 candidate. So I'm going to bring you the second buyer. No money. That guy's broke. Him and she. They can't save it because in their job, they might have, I don't know how many children. And they have a lot of expenses. It's hard for some families to save $10,000, $12,000, $15,000, $17,000. All right, so they've only been on the job for 2 years, 1 month. They have no money, but they have a 6, I don't know, 6 maybe 40, 650 score. Is that a big score? No, that's anybody. So when you have your investment property, who do you think is the best candidate to buy it? The perfect candidate with, you know, the 800 scores, $70,000, $150,000, or it's someone who's going to come in there and they're, you know, they have, listen, we have a 641 score. That's perfect, man. I love it. You're fine. Yeah, my score was worse than yours at one time, so don't worry about it. 640 score, you're perfect. I've been in my job 2 years, okay? I only have like $1,000. You don't even need $1,000. So who is going to be your best candidate to buy this house? The perfect person or the person? I don't mean to pick on you, but I always choose the people up front for examples. Who do you guys think would be the perfect candidate to buy this house? The perfect score, the perfect candidate, or the person who's just barely scraping through? The person who's barely scraping through. Because the person who is perfect is going to come in there and probably the wife is going to go, I don't like the kitchen. Okay? Look, the sunlight's just not coming into where I want to sit with my coffee. I don't know. You know, I hate these trees. God knows. The rooms are too small. Oh my God, I don't want to hear that. I want the person to come and go, are you sure? I swear to you, I sold a property not too long ago, and I brought, the husband and wife came, and they immediately called their family. I already knew it was a done deal with mom, grandmother, children. Everybody's running around the house. And then they huddled me. I go, oh man, I'm going to get beat up, you know. They were around me like this. And they go, you are not lying to me, right? And I go, no, I'm not. And they go, you promised that we're going to get this house, right? I go, I do. In fact, go to Home Depot now and start buying the box, the tape, a marker. Stop, because I will have you in this house in 3 weeks. Oh my God, I got so many hugs and and guess what? They're living there.
Which lender?
We have about 6 or 7 lenders for that. They're phenomenal programs. Yeah, they're phenomenal programs, and they were so appreciative to own their own house. You can't even rent a house for first license security. So you really need about $2,000 if it's something else. But when you're talking about selling your own investments, it's less than $1,000. But again, wage earners, like those people, they were perfect. You know, do you need excellent credit? Not really. 640 score, man. That's not excellent credit. That's nothing. Anybody's got 640. I've had individuals that have come in, and we help people rebuild their credit here, and we don't charge a single dollar. We don't charge them. But guess what we do? We just gain the client. We just gain the relationship. And I've gotten their score at 642, 643, because I know about credit. We should do a class on rebuilding credit. But I don't want anybody from Partnership Realty charging for that service. You should be doing it for free. You should be helping others. Because when you help others, guess what? Life just has a way of coming back to help you, you know. But yeah, I haven't done a credit rebuilding class in a long time, so we should put that down. So excellent credit, has no money, perfect candidate to me. I mean, I love that person already, you know. If you have 20,000 or 40,000, you know that there are people out there that have got $20,000 in their savings account. So I'm going to ask you, prima, cousin, my family, sister, whoever you are, can we see your savings account? I want to see how much you made at the end of the year on that $20,000 that you have sitting on a high money market. What do you think they made on $20,000? You guys have any idea? Because I really do. I have ideas of what you get.
I like that.
Listen, it's not enough to go to Wendy's. So forget about going to a nice restaurant. You're not going to say at the end of the year, honey, we are going to go to a nice restaurant. No, you're not. You're going to go to Pollo Tropical or something like that. I don't know.
I love it.
Pollo Tropical hates me, right? But but you could eat cheap there, you know. All right, bad joke, Pollo Tropical. So, but no, but you guys have great food. Watch, they're gonna poison me when I go there. Oh, so you're the comedian, right? There you go, comedian. Hey, he's the comedian. Yeah, I already know what they're gonna do over there. But what I'm trying to get at is, you're not going to some fancy restaurant. So, no, because you got no return on your money. Let's get that money. Let's put it to work. Even if we have to start with what? Condos. 55 and older, they're the best ones because they're the cheapest ones. I don't know what to tell you. Land, guys, land. I'm going to take $20,000. I'm going to go to Lehigh Acres right now. That's a hot area. Palm Bay. I'm giving you guys tips right now. Go to Palm Bay. You can still buy land there, very inexpensive. Go between Orlando and Tampa. All that Spring Hill, Silver Springs, all that entire area, you can still buy land there for maybe $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $8,000. With $20,000, I think you can buy about 3 properties. Let it sit there for 2 to 3 months. That Orlando area to Tampa area, booming. Extremely booming. I mean, extremely booming. So here you go. You bought the land. You don't even need to mow the lawn or anything. And just sit back a couple, 2, 3 months. Watch it go up by, a good $5,000 or even more, $8,000 or God knows $10,000. So now you've doubled your money on land. It is amazing. So land is something I highly recommend for you guys to do. I buy a lot of land. In Lehigh Acres, I've got quite a few. And I get offers on it all the time. So I just send them a text back. This is how much I want. Because I'm going to wait. You guys knew Port St. Lucie, what? Port St. Lucie was what? $3,500? $8,000? Oh my God. What was wrong with my brain at that time, okay? It's just I'm involved with way too many things. But we should have gone there and bought, put a crew together. Let's say, hey, let's buy 30 lots together. One of the last lots that I bought there, I bought it for like $6,000. Okay, within about a week, I sold it for $30,000. So, guys, listen to me. I'm not here because I'm not here I'm here because I know what I'm doing. I'm sharing it with you guys, but we'll go back to that motivation part, man. If you don't put that motivation part in there, I can't help you with that. I cannot. I cannot help you with that. So again, a great job, good credit. I love that guy or gal or family, whoever they are. I have so many friends that have so much equity in their homes, and they've come to me and they said, I want to start buying and renting other properties. Perfect. Here's what you're going to do, because they said, Ismael, I have no money. Okay, but I know how much you paid for that house that I sold you years ago. You've got $500,000 in there of profit. So maybe you don't need $500,000, you need $200,000, $300,000. Let's go apply for what's called the HELOC, Home Equity Line of Credit. Home Equity Line of Credit works just identical to a credit card. I will grab it, I will invest it, and I will only make payments on the portion of the money that I'm using. Soon as I sell that property, it comes back. I put it back into my HELOC, and I make no payments on it per month. Do you know how many family members? I've got right now 2 family members, because I'm getting more involved with investments again. So I've got 2 family members that I'm going to talk to them, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. One is my mom. I've helped my mom my entire life, And I want to continue making it fun for her. My mom enjoys, hey, Mom, we just made $60,000 each. You know what that does to my mom? Dun, 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 dun. Hey, I just made her so happy. So she's got cash, but I want to use her line of credit. I don't want to use her cash. Why not? Why not? Because I know I don't make mistakes. Will my mom enjoy that? Heck yeah. See, it gives them things to look forward to. So what are we buying? When are we buying the next one? I'm working on it, you know. Listen, I don't know. I love healthy bodies, healthy minds, right? When you're thinking positive, positive, positive. And in real estate, it's productive. It's just being positive. So, you know, I've got quite a few friends and families that I'm going to do the presentation. And you'll understand why in a minute, real quickly here. So, home equity line of credit, guys, I enjoy it very much. So, again, you have no money. Remember? We talked about that. So I'm going to go, the most that I've ever done with partners is 3. I've never done more than 3, and I will never do more than 3, because I hate 3 chiefs in the same freaking tent. All right? When you start bringing too many of them in. But I think that there's enough profit between 3 of us. So if I've got $10,000 on a freaking credit card, I'm going to go get a cash advance on a credit card, because I've got good credit. I've got really good credit. So you know they're going to give me $30,000, $40,000 unsecured credit card like nothing, and I'll get $10,000, and I'll come talk to my friend. You're going to put $10,000. She's going to put $10,000. Now we got $30,000. What are we going to do with it? What are we going to do with it? Farming. If you don't know your farming area, you're going to come to. So you're going to put $10,000. She's going to put $10,000. They're going to go, Ishmael, what are we going to do with it? I go, I don't know. I just want to start being an investor. I can't tell you how many people I hear that from. I want to become an investor. You need to know the steps of becoming an investor. You need to do your homework first. And it's called what? It was the #1 thing on my screen besides me. I was first and then the #2. Farming area. So that way when I speak to my investor and I speak to my other investor, I'm going to tell them exactly where we're going to invest this money. Okay? It could be here in the U.S. because they're kind of afraid. They probably don't want to go to Dominican Republic. But I'm telling you, we don't need to go to Dominican Republic. It's here. The money is here. You just need to know it. And how are you going to know it again, guys? Knowing your market, CMAs, market analysis, farming area. Does that make sense? Seriously? I hope that makes sense. Because you can get someone and says, hey, I've got $500,000. And you're going to go, well, I don't know what to do. Ishmael, let me go see my broker, Ishmael. No, man, start farming your area. So when that person does come in front of your life, you're ready for that person. And you're ready to, you know. So if you own your own house and you have no cash whatsoever, 0 cash, go get a home equity line of credit. It's fantastic. Oh, you know what the closing costs are on a HELOC? $250, $300, maybe $700. And there are lenders that will absorb the $700. That means that they'll cover it, just for you to get the loan with them. Just for you to get the loan with them. And I know very good lenders that will, you could do home equity line of credit. So do you need any money? No, you don't. You've got a home that you own for what, 20 years? 10 years? A family member that's owned their home. You just need to show that family member or that friend that they can trust in you, that you have the product knowledge that is required to become an investor. So I'm giving you guys here everything that you need to be able to succeed right after we get out of this class.
Is that possible that you can bring those lenders that we can explain how we can get those
for the HELOCs?
Yeah.
It is the easy. Here, I'm here.
Okay.
I am not the lender, but I will tell you exactly how it works.
Okay.
There is no appraisal. You will go online and you will do the application. Sometimes when you ask for less than $100,000, there are minimal to no paperwork required. Minimal to no paperwork required. because it's such a small loan. So they're not even going to ask for this or that. They're not. No even tax returns or anything, because it's not a big loan. It's only $100,000. But when you're asking for a couple of $100,000, in our classes here, we will, next class, I'm bringing Red Bulls, guys, over here, and I'm bringing Monsters. I want to share it with you guys because I don't want, I've seen a couple of realtors here, maybe, but I'm going to, do you guys like Red Bulls, Monsters? You don't? Paul, do you? Do you drink it once in a while? Do you need it? Do you guys know what a Red Bull is? We must be so hypered out here. But I'm going to share it. Besides espresso coffee, you think that'll be okay? No vodka, no vodka. But I am going to bring, huh?
Sounds better with vodka.
You know what? Red Bull is good with vodka. You're right.
It's not good.
No, but not for our class. Not for our class. No, I'm joking around. I'm not going to be.
Once you do the HELOC credit line, can you repeat what you say, that what is the interest or how we...
Oh my God, interests are so cheap. And you want interest only. You don't want this to be, it's a credit card.
Okay.
As you use it, you pay it back, you pay no monthly payments. So you want it interest only. You pay it online, they don't come to your house, they don't even do an appraisal. They do what's called a desk review. So an appraiser is going to sit down, they're going to go, the home is worth $700,000. She only owes $135,000. So they're going to give you 80% between what you owe and what the value of the home is. You've got more than enough money. And I'm telling you, with $100,000, you'll do well. You'll do well. I mean, because you're starting with, there's so many areas to start. You start with the condo, you work your way up to a villa, you work your way up to a townhouse, then you work your way up to single-family homes.
And how long the HELOC has to be paid off?
No, they're 20-year loans. Yeah, they're 20-year loans. You're going to have it there for a long time.
10 more
I'm sorry?
for the balance.
It could, yeah, vary. But I really don't care. Like I told you, I have investors that will, like one of the properties that I financed, I paid 10% interest rate. No. Anytime you want to close the account off, you put the money back, you want to close it. And there are great lenders. Just ask me who the lenders are, and you guys apply online. You can apply for like $100,000 or apply for like $300,000. Whatever equity you think that you got in the home. And how are you guys going to know the equity that you got in your home? Remember? CMA, farming area, market analysis. Okay? So start out with the condo. Guys, start out with the condo. If that's where I need to start as an investor, this is exactly what my budget. But I'm not going to settle there. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here next. And I'm not going to settle there. And then I'm going to go here. And you have all of these lenders right here. You've got from traditional FHA loans, conventional loans, VA loans. Seriously. Duplex are great. Duplex are great. It's a little bit more money, but duplex are great. Yeah, they're fantastic. Triplex, fourplex, they're still considered single-family homes. Now, anything above 5, it's going to be a commercial. So again, private lenders, line of credit. I've had realtors that will buy a house, live in the house, so they don't have a monthly overhead, correct? While they're making that mortgage payment. And they're fixing up the house. So what, 6 months later, 7 months later, a year later, hopefully it's 7 months later, you just sold this house, you're walking away with a $100,000 profit. Let's go to the next loan. Go to the next loan. Do this 3 or 4 times, and guess what your home will be? Paid for, cash. Instead of you paying off a house for a 30-year mortgage, you know what 30 years is? It's a long time. It's a lot of payments. No, man, I want to liquidate my home like within 3 years. I want to move forward. So what did I have to move? If you've got additional money, you don't even have to backpack anything up. Moving companies will come and move everything for you. It is so simple, but it's uncomfortable. A lot of people don't want to move. They don't. Not me. I'm not in love with the house. If I see profit in the house, a really nice profit, guess what's going to that home? Ciao. I'm going to another home, to another nicer home. And if I see profit on that one, guess what's going to happen to that home? Ciao. But not everybody's like me. Some people go, no, we want to retire here. Okay. Listen, let me help you pay this house off within 3 to 5 years. You know, I don't know, but it's just, everyone's different. We're all different. I just don't want, I've never paid a mortgage 15 years or 30 years in my life, ever. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So, lenders. Now, these lenders are not for HELOCs, guys. This is not home equity line of credits, okay? Home equity line of credits, text me, and I will text you their numbers. Call me. Come in my office and see me. But these are good lenders right here. These are really good lenders to use for everything that we just went over, for everything. There's a lot of condominiums that conventional loans will not finance, right? So they have what's called, they're like non-conforming, non-warrantable condos. So you're still going to get the loan on it. You're still going to get to sell it, you know. And the majority of your buyers, especially the ones that are coming from up north and stuff like that, they're cash buyers, man. They're cash buyers. But you're not, because you're starting out with what, $10,000, $20,000. Okay? But here are some of your lenders. Private loans. These lenders are really good. Now, they work with investor loans. They work with 30 to 50% down, which these are, they're portfolio loans. Portfolio loans is for people like us who are 1099s. They're going to look at our bank statements. They're going to look at maybe a letter from the accountant, but we got 30 to 40, 50% down. It works, okay? I get all of these loans for investments. I get them interest only because I'm not keeping it. So I want the monthly payment low. I want to be able to write it off, correct? So why am I going to put anything towards the capital anyway? The principal balance. It's crazy. Because you guys know in every single loan, the first 15 years you're paying what? Interest. Nothing but interest. So why am I going to get and educate your clients on that one? The more educated you guys are, the more you can educate your clients, the more your clients feel that you are the appropriate realtor for them. Okay, so let's not get a fully amortized loan, because I'll show you the chart. The first 15 years you're paying nothing but interest. So I want an interest-bearing loan. That's it, And then we have a lot of flips, and some of these lenders will not only lend you the money. I should have put him in there. A gentleman by the name of Ismael Alvarez. He's no kin to me, but he's a very, very dear friend of mine. He's a great lender. Not only will he lend you the money, so wait, and then I've got another one in Orlando too. Oh, phenomenal lender. But I want to make sure he's still got the program before I tell you his name. But I can call him real quickly or text him. But Michael's got it. Not only will he give you the money so you can buy the property, he's going to give you the money to put repairs into the property. How easy is that? Do we need to know these things? Heck yeah, we do. Absolutely. And even if there is, again, even if there is some type of prepayment penalty, who cares? Seriously. Educate your client on that, sir, ma'am. You're making $125,000 that we have to give them back $5,000 in prepay. You're still walking away with net $120,000. Again, that's called leverage. Now, with that $120,000, I am going to go and buy maybe 2 properties now, because I get my initial return back and I buy 2 properties now. So here, you got to know your market area. You got to specialize in it, correct? You have to know the value in these properties, because some of these values in these properties, you're going to pay full price for it and you're still getting a good deal. But you won't know it unless you do exactly what we talked about. You guys have to know right here what's called your buyers and your sellers' closing expenses. Now, what's that? Everything it takes to sell a property. Everything. that it takes. You guys have to know that. Negotiating the price. Well, how's one of the best ways of negotiating a price? A home inspection, correct? They're going to find certain things, but again, seller doesn't have to sell. Remember that one. Because you can come in with a list this big and they go, sorry, it's as is. If you want a new house, listen, D.R. Horton's down the street. Oh, we can't afford that. Oh, sorry. Back to my home again. It was built in 1948. What do you really expect? You know, you know what? Oh, that's being sarcastic there. It's true though. You're buying a home in 1948. I'm not afraid to buy a home in 1948. I will buy a home up north if I ever go up north. I mean, for investments, I don't want to go up north for investments because I like hands-on. Because out of sight, out of mind. I like driving by and making sure that my homes are okay, that they're not destroying it, that it's being, you know, it's being remodeled. But if I have to go to Ohio, and there's a lot of these books that you guys can buy and these CDs that you can buy, and you can buy for homes for $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, $12,000. Yeah, they are. I'll tell you exactly where they're at. But guess what's there? No economy. There's absolutely zero economy. There's no jobs. Why do you think the homes are at $8,000? So these guys are going to motivate you. I've got homes for $10,000, $8,000, $3,000. Yeah, I bet you do, buddy. Can you tell me the town? Population 500, you know? So yeah, so here's what you do. Buy this house for $3,000 and rent it out. Yeah, they're probably not going to pay your rent. You know why? Because they don't have a freaking job. There's no job there. So all you're going to do is what? Suffer, suffer, and suffer. You're going to have these homes that you bought for $8,000, $9,000, $20,000, and they're not going to go up in value, and they're going to be there for your grandchildren's, 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 grandchildren's. You know what I mean? That's a bad deal. I don't agree with that. Working with the title company. We'll go over that in a sec. You have no idea how important that is. Title company secures the title. I've seen properties that have been sold FHA 2 times in 25, 30 years, but somebody's always missed the title, and as soon as you buy it, guess what you've got? A clouded title. Whose responsibility is it? The seller who sold it to you? No, I mean, for that you got a title policy. Okay, I mean, that you got title insurance, I mean. So you want to go in there but you want to have the right title agency that is going to make sure that that title is clear of what? Encumbrance, violations, permits, clouded titles. Super, super important. And then because I flip homes, then that's why I want to give it back to my title company, and my title company's got clear title. I'll have a savings. I will have a savings on the title policy because from the day I bought it, they did a title policy coverage from the day the property was built, correct? So now when I go to sell it through the same title agency, I don't have to pay full title policy. Why? Because they've got clear title up to the day I bought it, and now I might be selling it within 2 months. So it's really cheap. And there's so many benefits. And you have to have control of your file because this can fall apart big time, hugely. Okay? I can't tell you how many sellers do not know that they have a second mortgage because it is called a silent second mortgage. It's not due yet. And then their loan officer who actually gave them the loan, right? I've seen this ever so often. Their loan officer didn't tell them that this second loan has to be paid back. So now here you are, you're the listing agent, you're going to go over there to the seller, and you go, okay, ma'am, so I think your home was worth about $400,000, and how much do you owe on it? And she's going to say, well, I owe like $250. Okay, great. You think, oh my God, there's profit there. I can sell her another house. She's got a margin. She's got a margin. Well, what she forgot about to do this was, a title search, or the loan officer didn't explain it to him that she's got a second mortgage. He's got to pay off about $70,000. So now what? There's a good chance she's not going to sell. Will this cause you a problem at the time of sale? Heck yeah. So always ask, do you have a second mortgage or not? Extremely important. So again, having the right title agency is another key factor and a tool, as I mentioned already. Now, where are we going to find these properties? Because now, before I go into this, because we're almost at the very, very end, we're at the total end, okay? But to make it to the end, we started from scratch in the beginning to here. This is the important time to ask a question, guys, because once you leave out of this room, guess what's going to happen? You're going to come in as clueless as you walked in, you know, well, maybe not totally clueless, but, you know, this is the time to ask, because right now I'm going to show you where you're going to find the properties. These are the places that I want you to go. Why? Because you're going to have what's called clear title of violations, of permits, of titles. So these are the places to go, and these are all foreclosures. These are all foreclosures. You guys have to sign up for this, but it's not a problem. So this is HUD. Who is HUD? Our government. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, Ginnie Mae. Okay, this is it. So you want to go in there. They're going to ask you, you know, your license number, and then they're going to ask you, which this is in your form simplicity, okay? You guys do not have to call me. Right there, they're going to ask you for what's called the NAID number. You see it right there? The NAID number. And they're going to ask you for the federal ID number. So if you guys don't want to watch this class, and it's really simple, you can watch it online and just zoom it up. Just speed it up to this point. Here it is. You don't have to call me. It's not that I want you to call me, it's just you don't have to call me. And also, it's under HUD. It's under HUD. Go into Form Simplicity, Form Packages. It's going to be right there. And the link will be there of where you're going to go. So these are government homes that are foreclosures. So when a client comes to you and goes, I want to buy foreclosures, where are you going to tell them to go? No, wait. They don't go there because they only deal with realtors. This is for realtors only. Okay? So you're going to go there and you're going to find them these homes. Now, how many times, this is an auction, by the way, guys. It's an auction. They're going to give you a deadline, and you have to put in your highest and best bid, because this is an auction. Everything I'm showing you guys right now is an auction. Everything's an auction. But I'm taking you to the safe places. Then we'll end up with one last place, okay? So here, I guess you guys will go into Florida. You'll click on Florida, and you guys will register there. But how many times are you guys going to look to see these properties a day? Hopefully every day, guys. Huh? I would. Me, I would. If it was me, yeah, you know why? I want to change my life. I want to change my career. Not my career, my life. I want to change everything in my life. Yeah.
Question. After you find the property, it's possible that you can check with the title company if it's a clean title before you buy it?
Good question. No.
No?
Here's what's going to happen. Maybe one, but understand, here, they're going to go online, but to do a real title search costs money. It costs anywhere from $325 to $350, okay? And then title companies are very, very busy, correct? They're extremely busy. So now you're going to come to them with 25, 30 homes. Remember I said this earlier today. You are probably going to look at 30, 40 homes to find what? One. So if you're going to pay the title agency $300 or $325 multiplied by 40 homes, do the math. How much is that? 12 freaking thousand. You're already in the negative. And first of all, you know what they're going to tell you? We don't have time for that. So I'm taking you to places that you do not have to call the title company, because here they're giving you clear title.
In this way.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So you do not have to go call them.
They are clear title.
Yes. They're not going to sell it to you. Now, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. These are foreclosures, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what's going to happen. I just had a realtor, one of ours. He lives here, but his buyer was from Orlando, and he found a deal here. So sometimes they don't have clear title, or they might still be negotiating an HOA lien. An HOA lien means that they owe like $30,000, so their attorneys are trying to knock it down to a very affordable price so it could be included in the payoff, because they're going to give you clear title of HOAs, of permits, violation, clear. So here's where I recommend you guys to go, to where you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. So, sorry, I'll get to you in 1 second. So here's what, he comes to me and he says to me, Ishmael, they want an extension, but my client wants the property. I go, okay, is your client going to live there, or is it an investment? It's an investment. So he doesn't need it right away. He doesn't need it right away. Is it a good deal? Does your client think it's a good deal? Yes. Then do the extension. Wait for it. I'll wait. I will wait in a year to make $150,000. I've got other investments rolling. So if they, obviously a year is an exaggeration, correct? Mm-hmm. But what if it takes them 6 months to clear title? How do you know some people will never make $150,000 or $100,000 ever by working? So I know that I've got $100,000 profit. Oh wait, in 6 months my property values are going up. So careful. I might not have $100,000. I might have $175,000, $200,000, but I will be continue signing you the extensions every time, because they're not going to knock you out unless you want out. But you have to educate your clients, sir. It's worth waiting for it. It's a nice home, great neighborhood. You're going to make good money on it, or ma'am, you know. So keep signing. And I've seen up to 5 extensions, 6 extensions. So what? I'm not going to move there. Will you wait 6 months for $100,000? Yeah, well.
The houses has to be paid cash or
These? Finance.
finance?
Hey, look at this. Look at this. Finance. And then you've got the 203K programs. If you get one that's really, you know, it's really not too financeable, guess what? These conventional loans and FHA loans, they've got the 203K programs. Very simple, closing in 30 days.
But for example, I had a client that they want to invest. They had only $30,000.
Then they have to qualify.
and
There's
they-
2 ways of qualifying. 2 ways of
But
qualifying.
they don't have a job. They just lay off.
Oh, they got laid off?
Yeah.
He's still going to get the loan. Maybe not. How? Well, here's how. Wait. I said he's still going to get the loan. So, yeah, I'm going to say, sir, ma'am, so you just got laid off, right? Do you plan on getting another job? Yeah, I'm already applying for another new job. Or I'm gonna go to, I don't know, I'm gonna go to Colombia for a week or 2 weeks. When I get back, I'll get the job. No problem. Because there are not government loans. There are government loans. You can have a gap of 4 months. You can have a gap of not being employed for 4 months and then get a job, and you're gonna get a loan like that. You know, then there's these hard equity loans, these private loans as well too. If you can show somebody, say a private lender, you're a private lender right now, and you've already flipped 3 or 4 homes, and I can come and show you my portfolio. Look, I flipped these 3 homes. I made 100 on this one, I made 75,000 on this one, I made 160 on this one, and I made, I don't know, 109,000 on this. Then I don't need a job. He's gonna finance it because he trusts me. Absolutely. I told you guys how many clients that I've got, they don't have jobs. You know what their job is? They get up in the morning, breakfast, then they'll go over to where their house is being remodeled. Hey guys, how's everything's coming along? Perfect, great, good job. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Go back home and do golfing, fishing, I don't know. Alini, you had a question?
Yeah, as soon as our offer get accepted, how they start to receive the payment?
All right. As soon as my offer is accepted, what's the next step? How I start to pay? Like,
It's just like a regular 30-year loan. It's like a regular 30-year loan.
So in this case, first I need to get approved to get a loan, and then I go to this
Yes.
website and start to
Yeah,
like.
definitely, because when you
All
go
right.
to apply, when you go to submit your offer, correct? They're going to want to see your form of payment. So there's only two ways to form a payment: with an approval letter, or a cash deal, which is funds to close. So you have to submit with your offer either proof of funds, correct, on a cash deal, or a pre-approval letter. So they're going to want to see that. Yes. welcome.
About us commission, how this property working to us?
Oh, we're realtors. We're getting paid. We're getting paid 3% commission.
Okay.
I've seen 4% commission sometimes.
Whatever, okay.
Yeah. Me, guys, a tip on this here. HUD is the entire United States, correct? These people, are you watching them online? Like, you'll click on one of Partnership Realty's YouTube, videos that we've got, and you immediately get this guy. I am going to teach you how to buy homes for $2,000. Dude, if you were really that good, what are you doing there, man? You know, I mean, if you're that awesome, I would buy them all. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Are you kidding me? Yeah, they're going to send you somewhere around in here. Don't go there. Don't waste your time. It's going to cost you more in airfare over there, your hotel accommodation, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Are you kidding me? Car rental. And then that property will never sell. There are these mid-states right there that have no growth. You wouldn't even think we're in the freaking U.S. I've gone to them. I go, we're in the U.S.? Yeah, I'm still in the United States. You know, right here in Florida, there are still little country towns that I will take you to them. And you're going to go, nah, I'm in another country. You know I'm right. So don't let somebody that they're a good talker tell you that that's a good deal over there. No, it's a good deal because you bought his book. That's the only good deal there. All right, next one. Your, where it's at in your form simplicity, okay? It's right here under HUD. Okay, it's right here. This is where you're going to find the NAID number, the NAID, and the federal ID number. You're going to need them both. You're going to need them both. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's right there. Okay?
So there is two ways to...
Yeah. One, watch the video. Two, go and open up your Foreign Simplicity. Yeah. There's two ways. You know, your video and open up Foreign Simplicity. Now, guys, what is the difference between an REO and a foreclosed home? Okay, the government, HUD, sells these homes, whether it's at the courthouse or whether it's, these bulk sales, to a bank. Now it's called an REO. What is that? Real estate owned. But it's the same guidelines. Banks are covered by our treasury. Banks are, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter if you're buying an REO or if you're buying a foreclosed home. They're both foreclosed homes. They're both foreclosures. So here's another great...
Sorry, what is the difference?
The difference is that, for example, he's HUD, right? Okay. And he sold it to you. You could be any of these major banks. Chase, I'm not going to go into the names. Any of these major banks, right? That's called, because you bought it now, you own it. The title's in your name. It's called an REO. It's called an REO. But it's the same thing. The policies are the same. Everything's identical. Identical. It is a foreclosure. It's a home foreclosure, okay? So I want you to know that there is no difference between an REO and a foreclosure, because they're both foreclosure. It's just who's got ownership. And the person that's got ownership is the lender, okay? But do you want to sell REOs? Heck yeah. Now, where do you find these REOs? See here, it says Taza Home. Let me show you another place to find these. Go to right here, TazaHomes.com. Go to Taza Homes. You can finance these. You can buy these cash. And you're going to get, again, what? The most important thing for me, to you guys, clear what? Title. Clear title. And one more time, I hate repeating myself, but I do love repeating myself. Because the more I tell you, the more it sticks to your head, and the more you're going to go to say to me one day, oh, hey, Ishmael, don't repeat it again. I already know it. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to hear, that you know it. Okay? So one of the things that it's very important to go through here, because even if you've got to get extensions, make sure you get them. Don't let your client miss out. And I hear most of the times, all my clients upset. To me, that is an amateur investor. When someone comes to me, my client is upset. Are you kidding me? If I'm your investor and you're telling me, Ishmael, we might have to wait 4 months. Okay, I already got 5, 6 other deals working over here anyway. So 5, 6 months, again, to make $100,000 is what? Nothing. So Tassa Home, guys, very, very safe. Highly recommended, okay?
I'm sorry, Ismael. This video is gonna be into the.
This is everywhere. This is live right now. And you can watch it on YouTube, Facebook, priclasses.com, right there. You can watch it there, because you could, see this class all over again. Here's another one, Hubsu. Now remember, everything that I'm showing you guys is just like a foreclosure, right? You have to make bids on it. Who's going to get it? The highest and best offer. And these realtors that have these homes, that are handling it for the REOs and stuff like that, they're going to tell you, okay, the deadline is such and such date, put in your highest and best. So here you guys go, another one. Is it a clear title here? Without a doubt. Here's another one here, foreclosures.com. I am taking you guys to all the areas where you're going to find deals. People go, oh, there are no listings in the MLS. First of all, yes, there are. There are great deals in the MLS. But now I'm showing you a bunch more. So will you be busy looking for homes? Yes, you will. And here's the best part about this here. You've got an investor, and he made a good return. He's got other friends and family. They're going to go, so hey, how's your investment coming along with your new realtor? Great, I just made $50,000 on her. Not on her, but with her. So now you know she's going to call her, and you will have so many investors. It is unbelievable. But do you have to do the homework? Yes or no? Yes. You do. You absolutely do. So now that you know where to find it, how are we going to do it? Easy. By yourself. By yourself. You're going to make 100% of the profit. So I flipped a house. I flipped a property. Now I got my return back. Then I can go buy another one, correct? But I got some profit. But not a lot of profit. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to come here to a good friend of mine. And I'm still going to be flipping one. Look at this. I'm still flipping one by myself, correct? Mm-hmm. But now I'm flipping two. Because I'm going 50-50 with this person. So I might have $75,000. And I go, okay, so let's do this. I'm going to put $50,000 down. You'll put $50,000 down. Let's keep $25,000 each to make the mortgage payment and to put repairs into the house. But guess what? I'm making 100% commission on this, and I'm making 50% commission on this. Not commission, guys, profit. So I'm making double profits at the same time. So now I'm doing good with this person, me, and then I'm doing good with this individual, my partner, correct? But I have extra money left over. I am not the type of person that will walk away from a partner, ever. It's not my personality. It will never be. So I will still buy now maybe 1 or 2 properties by myself, because now I've got the capital to buy 2 at a time. And I'm going to come here and buy another one with him, but I still have a little bit left over. Say I've got $10,000. You know what I'm not going to do with that $10,000? I'm not going to put it into the freaking savings account, because I'm going to get no return on it whatsoever. So I'm going to come and talk to 2 partners. I got 10,000. You got 10,000? You got 10,000. Now I'm going to buy 3 partners. So I'm going to have maybe, and at one given time, you guys know what I mean by one given time, right? Simultaneously, all right? I'm going to be selling 2 properties at the same time. I'm selling one here in the same month, 50%, and then I'm selling again. I am selling again, and we're getting a third, and a third. But all this comes together. I want to see how much money I'm going to make in 3 months, in 2 months. So if I made, in my partners here, I made 15,000, because we didn't make a lot of money, 15,000. And then with my other partner, I made 50 and 50. And then me alone, I sold 2 properties and made 100,000, 75,000. Within 2 months, add up how much Ismael made.
Something that I want you to explain to us is immediately to sell the property, you have to invest immediately faster because you cannot put the money in the account because you're gonna get.
You're talking about a 1003 exchange.
Yeah.
No, I don't need it. I don't need it. If you guys want, after class, I will share with you, if you guys want lunch, and then we'll come back in here. Paul, did Edmund made lunch? Oh, he did? Okay, awesome, great. All right, we'll have lunch, we'll come back in here, and I'll tell you that it's not necessary unless you're into the millions, which there's no reason you shouldn't be in the millions. Really. Does someone else have more experience? They have more tools than you? They don't. They are just braver. Okay? So we'll talk about that in a second after that. Guys, it doesn't stop here. Here comes your 4th investor. My 4th investor, it is unbelievable. I've got friends of mine that I haven't talked to them in a while because I sort of backed off. I went overseas and then I've been doing a lot of other things. So I backed off investments. I'm going back into investments now. But I know I can call my friends up. He trusts me so much. I have his username for his account. I have his password. He's traveling overseas because he's got his own life, his own career. He's got stuff to do, but he wants his money to be invested with the right person because I have a proven track record, right? And he knows that I don't steal at all. So what does he want from me? He wants to write a check and receive a check. He doesn't want me to call him, hey, do you know I have to go to Home Depot and I got to spend $20,000. Don't. That's not the words he wants to hear. All he wants to hear from me is, good morning, how are you? Hey, we just bought us a new home. And you know what they tell me? Send me the photos. Send me the text so I can Google it. They're excited. They're doing other things around here in the U.S. and sometimes in overseas, but they want to know that when they get back, right, they've got $200,000, $300,000 sitting aside. So here's what happens. He's got the money, but guys, wait for this. I am still doing all this at the same time. Yes, I am. But it doesn't stop there. So here, I am going to take his money because I've got the experience. Guess what he doesn't have? My experience. He doesn't have it, but I do it. I do. Maybe I don't have the experience as a captain of a ship, which a good friend of mine is a captain of a ship. You put me freaking behind one of those freaking cruise liners and I go, are you kidding me? I'm going to put jackets on. I want to be secured in a cabinet. You know, I will bury your boat. But he doesn't. So what does he want to do? We are all experts in our field. I'm an expert in my field. He's an expert in his field. Okay. So what does he want to do? He wants to write a check, which he's not going to write. I'm going to go to his account. I'm going to pull the money out. I'm going to wire it. I'm going to buy the home, and I'm going to fix the home with his money. He's going to have a nice spreadsheet, a complete spreadsheet with everything on it, and the net profit on it. Okay. So when I close on it, I'm putting all the money back into his account plus the profit. So that is amazing. That is amazing. Okay, that one there comes with you being able to show other people that you are good at your job at what you do. You have to have a track record, and you have to have people who hear about you and talk about you, and they will talk about you. Absolutely. This one here, you know, like stop signs? I use red here for like something I don't like. So obviously here, this one here, Ismael Alvarez, does not recommend. You will see so much stuff online, and man, they're trying to sell you something. I'm not trying to tell you guys anything at all. But look at this, what I put there. I don't recommend it. Unless you know exactly what the heck you're really doing, and unless you're really good at this, assignable contracts, don't even get involved. That is so dangerous. And I hate assignable contracts. No, not me personally, because I do them. But I know what I'm doing. And I've got the money to back them up, too. I've got the money to back them up. But assignable contracts, you get these guys that read this one little, some book that they bought, you know, an Audible that they bought. Are you kidding me? And then they're going to go, who cares? I'm going to put $1,000 down. If it doesn't happen, I only lost $1,000. Well, guess what? You know who does care? I do. I'm the listing agent, or you're the listing agent, and she's your seller. You are not going to look like a professional in front of her when you come back to her 30 days later, 45 days later, because he couldn't sell the property. He or she couldn't sell the property. You think she's going to lose confidence in you? 1,000,000%. You think she's going to send you to another, give you more referrals for listings? Absolutely not. You'll probably end up losing the listing. So I can't tell you how many people have come into my office and sat with me, and they go, I want to talk about assignable contracts. And I go, the first thing I want to say is, can you meet me at 6:30 today? I will be at Taco's shop. What is that taco place bar? Rocco's Tacos? Yeah, because I already know that you don't know what the heck you're talking about. And to me, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. You know why? Because you saw the little video, you saw some book on it, and it is dangerous as heck. And Ishmael, look at it. It's in red. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it, man. I don't recommend it. I'll sit with you. We're not going to go to Rocco's Taco or I don't know where to have tequila. Because I feel like if I'm going to have that conversation with you, I want pure tequila. Because there's not one thing that's going to come out of your mouth it's worth listening to. That's my opinion. That's totally my opinion. I'm sorry for whoever's watching this, but it's totally my opinion. When you're coming to talk to me about assignable contracts, it's because you've never done it before. You've never done it before. And you don't know what the heck you're doing. Okay? So, am I in favor of this one? No. All right? The last one, well, no, sorry, go ahead.
What is an assignable contract?
Assignable contract means that, again, sorry, I don't mean to use you. You probably won't sit here anymore because you're in the front. You'll be in the back of the class. You know? All right. I'm always picking on poor Angela. I thought I'd give her a chance. You know? So, assignable contract. He's the listing agent, and Mata gives him her property to be sold, right? $500,000. I don't care if it's $250,000 or if it's $1 million. And here comes this Einstein who read this one little book or one video, goes, I'm an assignable realtor. So we're going to come there, and because you don't know how to read contracts correctly, like we just did a class. And all my classes, you have to put in may not assign. Because I don't want you coming to play with my seller's listing and your reputation and your commission and your referral basis and stuff like that. So if you are a responsible investor, buy the property, and I hope you make $1 million on it. God bless you. You deserve it. You have the vision that others do not, correct? But assignable contract means that they're going to put $1,000 down. If they can't find a buyer to buy her home, because I'm not going to buy it. I'm the buyer. They put assignable contract. I'm going to try to find a buyer wherever I can. You know, so I'm going to lose $1,000 only. So I'm saying that I can assign this contract to another buyer. But I'm telling you, most of the people, probably 98% of the people, don't know what the heck they're doing. Okay? But who gets hurt there? He does. Because he's the realtor, and it's his reputation in front of the seller. And she probably wants to buy another property, which she's not going to be able to buy it. And probably she trusts him so much because she doesn't know anything about real estate laws, financing laws. She doesn't know anything about that. She wanted to put $75,000, $100,000 down on another property. Now, did this crazy nut here, the assignable genius that read one little book, this crazy nut, now just put her money at risk? I just put $75,000 of her money at risk. She's going to hate you when you come back and tell her, hey, this guy's backing out of the contract. Yeah, but he's going to lose $1,000. Who cares? You know what I mean? So assignables, forget it. When you do your job right, you will be rewarded. This is the good thing about doing this. Investments here. And one thing I love the most, I don't care what city I'm in, I see nothing but dollar signs. Yeah, how you like those apples, right? I don't care. Take me to Miami. Take me to Fort Lauderdale. Take me to Clewiston. I'm from Moorhaven, okay? That's a really small little country town. Take me to LaBelle. Take me to Fort Myers. Just take me anywhere you want, except small little towns, okay? I am going to see this city like this. Yeah, that's the way I see the city. But you need to know your market area, your farming area, because if not, you don't. The deal's going to be right in front of you. You're going to go, so what do I do? So what are you guys going to do with this money? What are you going to do? Vacation. I like the way you think. I love the way you think. Pay off your debt. There's no reason. There's no reason. I did a class called Financial Freedom. Okay, that's online. You can watch it. And it has to do with all of this here. Financial freedom. Us realtors, we do have financial freedoms. If you wanted to, we would go back to the 4 things, motivation, that I can't give you. I can't give you the motivation. I already have it. I'm naturally like this. I don't need an espresso coffee. If you bring me espresso coffee, we'll be here for another 5 hours. You know, pay off your house. Then go buy a new home. Remodel your house. Vacation, like you said. Go on vacation. And one of my favorites, let's go shopping.
It's a waste of money.
What? Shopping? It's a stress reliever. Trust me. Other people do yoga. Other people do yoga. I have friends of mine that they know me here. And they know me very well. And my yoga is call me and I will be at one of the local, one of the local malls. Everyone's different. But isn't it good to be a realtor? Because if not, you can't get in the mall. You have to go to the beach. And then do yoga, which costs you nothing. Okay? I prefer to be at the mall. I don't know. Bad joke, guys, right? Yeah. Whatever. Not everybody is me. Or we're not all the same. So this is the last chapter and the last page of this class. These are not, every place that I've showed you is not the places to find foreclosures. This one here, every single county has what's called, the clerk of courts, they've got a foreclosure department. But do you guys see red all over on this one here? You see red all over it. And you know I don't like red. I mean, unless it's a sports car or something like that. It's called danger. Right. So I do not recommend going there. Because when you buy a property at the courthouse, I don't care what courthouse it is. I don't care what courthouse it is. You are buying that property with all the defects of title, all the liens, all the permits. Oh my God. You just inherited a home that's going to be demolished, and it's not even on public records anywhere. The home is going to be demolished. Yeah, I've had them.
Friend of mine lost $200,000.
In here,
Yeah.
in here.
Yeah.
I've got so many people that have lost hundreds of thousands as well too. But you know what I've told them? You've never watched one of my classes. You've never watched one of my classes. Because in my classes, you're going to see red everywhere. And that's like you said, it's called danger. So I don't recommend you guys to go there unless you guys are good with what? Knowing how to clear title. That's a tough one. Knowing how to remove violations. And some of these violations are $300,000. Oh, you bought a property for 180 and the property is only worth 350. And you got $300,000. Now you got $450,000 into this home. Now what are you going to do? If you were my investor, you would want to kill me. Ismael, can we meet at the railroad tracks? I want to show you what's that fast line? The bright line? Yeah, Ismael, let's stand here. You want to see it? It's going to push me. It was an accident, Your Honor. He was sitting there. He slipped. You know, he just lost. I think I deserve it. No, I don't. I don't deserve to die. Listen, just don't go here, because here is where you're going to make a mistake. And I'm glad that you said that story about your friend. And I've got many friends that have gone there, and people that are not friends, they've gone there, and I've told them don't go there. But can you go there and find good deals? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay, the answer is yes. But you must be prepared to know how to clear title, violations, permits, homes that are being demolished. The city just sees them as an eyesore, and you just bought a house, right? That they're going to come and flatten it out, and you paid what? I don't know, $150,000 for this property, right? And then the land alone is going to be worth $30,000, $40,000. Careful.
Tax deed too? The tax deed too?
Tax deeds are completely different. There's no money in tax deeds.
I always searching for
tax deeds?
Yeah.
So do you know how tax deeds work? Or do you want me to tell you? Have you done them? Okay.
I just have one to
Okay, tax deeds. Here, let me give you what tax deeds are. These are people that owe money on their taxes, right? Their property taxes, right? So the courthouse puts these tax deeds on there, right? Now, you guys, for a home that you're going to buy, it's the highest bidder, right? Yeah. Who gets it here is the highest bidder. Tax deeds, it's the opposite, completely opposite. So let's say that this homeowner owes, I don't know,
3,000 for some who show me.
3,000? All right.
And poor people can pay that.
I understand, but sometimes it's $30,000, okay? So she's going to put an offer on, and they start the offer at 6%. She's going to go 5.5%. She's going to go 5%. You're going to go 4 3/4. I'm going to come in at 3.5. She's going to come in at 2.5. Who do you think is going to get that tax deed? 2.5. Whoever pays less. So here you are investing all that money, correct? Oh, by the way, the homeowner has the right to come back, pay the tax, and pay the interest that you're going to get of what? 2.5%? Do I recommend tax deeds? No. HOA liens. I don't recommend those either. Those are so much brain damage. Just guys, unless you're good at what you're doing here, unless you're really good at what you're doing here, don't get involved. Don't get involved. It's in red.
HOA foreclosures?
HOA foreclosure. Yes, people that have not paid their HOA fees, you will get a title on it, but understand something. If there's a first and second mortgage, you still owe it. You still owe it. So you've got title on it. But there's a $380,000 first lien on it, and then there is a second lien of another $75,000. So what did you buy? You bought an HOA, and then you must continue making those payments on HOAs. You must, and then you have to evict the people out of there. Guys, it's really complicated. But I am not going to tell you that you can make money on this. Yes, you can. Because I've been working the court system in all counties, St. Lucie, Palm Beach County, Dade, Broward. I've been working it for years, but I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I might not know about other things, like making a great lunch, like you guys can go out there with, like Edmund. I'll probably I don't know. You guys, I'll send you to the hospital if I cook. But yeah, you guys who have food poisoning. But not in this. I do know what I'm saying. So just stay out of this. Stay out of this if you don't know what you're doing. last thing on this, because there's so much to share with you guys. I'm becoming a foreclosure specialist. That I still have more, that I can continue on with more with you guys. But this was important, and it just came to my mind right now. You will get not an attorney, but you will get a realtor. And you know that not all realtors are very ethical. You guys know that, right? Or are they all ethical? No, they're all ethical, right? Let's just leave it like that. They're all ethical. All right. But there are some of these that don't know what the heck they're doing, or maybe they're not ethical, because I have to say it like that. So you're the investor. You're going to come in there and buy, but you know nothing about this. You know zero about this. And I am a realtor, and I'm going to tell you, don't worry about it. You're going to pay me a profit of $5,000, and I am going to give you clear title of everything, violations, everything. Guess what's happened to these people that I've met here in this office? The realtor is disappeared. You can't find her. You can't find her. And you just bought a house with all those debts. You bought them with the tax liens and everything. You need to go sue her. Go take her to court, man. Report her to DBPR, report her to Division of Real Estate. You don't do things like that. Not in my book. You don't do things like that. But does this happen? Yes. Does it happen yearly? Yes. A realtor is going to come to you, right? You're the investor. Go, don't worry about it. I will handle everything. What a liar, right? So guys, this is our foreclosure class. I hope you guys enjoy the lunch. And thanks for coming.